What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the basement. Your old pal Peter has not been feeling too good this weekend, so he's going to cut this a little bit short. But before we get started, I'll always love hearing from you guys. I think special thanks to the Black Buddha and everybody else that hit us up on YouTube and Facebook and wrote us letters and informed us that Batman's brother, the elder Wayne brother, or the younger one at some point, whatever, was not exclusive to the DCNU. He was around before that. I had no idea. So thank you for the heads up, and we're going to go check that out. I had no clue he was post-crisis, pre-crisis, or any sort of crisis at all. That doesn't make me like the character anymore, mind you, just because he has a history. I still don't like the idea, but maybe I'm a little bit more willing to accept the nonsense because, you know, there's been a lot of dumb shit that goes around, especially with Batman. Grant Morrison is fucking prone for diving back into the history of characters, into the most obscure issue of some fucking cockamamie story and pulling some shit out and making it relevant all over again, like he did with Batman R.I.P. Yeah. Like I said, it doesn't make me like the character anymore, but whatever. Glad you guys like the character. Like I said, everybody's entitled to their opinion, and we always love hearing from you guys. Also, Black Buddha, we don't hold anything against Black Panther because he's black. He is probably the Batman of the Marvel Universe, but Ramon don't like him. He never did like the character. I always thought he looked cool because he reminded me when I was a kid of Snake Eyes when I seen that first Marvel card. But I always thought he was pretty badass. I actually have his first appearance. On the subject of the Black Panther, me and my friends was talking over the course of the week, and we talk about, you know, the Avengers sequels and all the upcoming Marvel movies, like they're redoing Fantastic Four, and now that Marvel's got the rights, hopefully it'll be done right. I'm almost fucking certain that you're going to see some sort of reference either to the Avengers, or maybe Nick Fury pops up, or a mention of S.H.I.E.L.D. of some kind in the SpiderMan movie so they can tie that all together. And what I'd like to see them do, I know Ant-Man is supposed to be in production now as well. I'd like to see them, instead of making an Avengers 2 per se, I'd like to see them just throw all the Marvel characters together and do the Infinity Gauntlet, maybe in 2 movies or so. Because I think if they get everybody together, I think if you let Joss Whedon do it, he's already proven that he can keep characters in the limelight for their duration of time and not overshadow anyone else. I think if anybody could do it, he probably could. But we came to the conclusion that they need, Marvel at this point in their movies needs another strong black character, and not just Nick Fury. And we were kind of debating whether it should be Black Panther, who, to me, like, yeah, he's a cool character, but he's got a lot of history with, like, Wakanda and a lot of introduction there that may get a little confusing for the non-nerd audience. And, you know, so I got to deal with that, and then bringing him over to New York and everything, hooking him up with the Avengers, whereas Luke Cage, who I think is a more interesting character overall, is already centered in New York. He's got that, you know, he's got the New York attitude. He's a reformed criminal who, you know, he's sort of light and everything, and he's much more kind of in touch with the streets, and he's much more in touch with the people, and he's not, you know, saving these big, you know, cosmic characters, and he's not fighting rather these big cosmic characters. He's much more of a street crime kind of character, and I think that's something that people could get behind more so on a big screen that could reach a wider audience than, you know, just in a comic book. And I think he would make a more interesting transition to the silver screen. So what do you guys think? What would you rather see? If they're going to start doing, you know, Avengers movies like Ant-Man, what would you rather see? Black Panther or Luke Cage, if you could only choose one? Also, Music Kitten hit us up on YouTube, wanted to know if we were basement dwellers. Fortunately, Music, the boys do not live down here, thank fucking Christ. They do come over just about every Saturday, though, so we can film the show. I guess, by your technical definition, I am a basement dweller. I do live down here, after all. I have made it quite the cozy little home. You only see one half of it. But your textbook definition, I don't feel applies to me. For example, I think of a basement dweller as a slovenly human, possibly one that breathes through his mouth. Maybe has a little bit of tape on his glasses. Never really actually seen a human breast that he didn't have to pay for. I myself have enjoyed many female breasts over the course of the years that I did not have to pay for, and I did not have to tie down to a chair. At one point I tied a couple of them down, but I was purely willing, and it's another story altogether. So no, I don't consider myself a basement dweller by the regular definition. I don't we at the Pete's Basement Show like to separate ourselves from the typical, what is considered the comic book fan. Because we like to prove that comic book fans can be cool, and we can actually have a normal conversation with people about stuff that, you know, doesn't only involve comics, but we're actually, you know, streetwise in touch with fucking the rest of the world, what's going on in the world and shit like that. And I don't particularly care for the term fanboy. I find it insulting and degrading. You can call me a nerd, you can call me a geek, whatever, and, you know, if that's about it. And fortunately, after 17 years of martial arts, I can put my fist to a cinder block, so that I think that kind of sets me a little bit apart, you know, from the typical slovenly, what is considered a fanboy comic nerd. I like to be a cool comic nerd, and everyone else can be as well. And that's just me tooting my own fucking proverbial horn. But that's pretty much what we do here. We like to be a little cooler than your average basement dweller, even though we fucking shoot this in the basement. Finally, Brent Crawford hit us up via questions@petesbasement.com. We encourage you to do the same. Say he's 37 years old, just getting into comics, and wanted to know, Pete, what's all the statues behind you? You know, he wanted to start maybe collecting a couple of those. Brent, the Hulk statue you sent me is not actually the same one that's over there, although it does look a lot like it. I think 1150 is a little too steep for that, personally. Excuse me. But any kind of statues that I'll usually buy, I usually pick them up on eBay. I usually only buy the Bowen statues because, well, I just don't really have. Sideshow makes amazing statues. You can check them out at SideshowCollectibles.com. They are beautiful works of art, man. The fabric is real. The way it clings to the set, it just looks so real, and the sculptures are immaculate, but they are expensive, and they're motherfucking huge. Shit is like this big. I do not have room for those. I have like one Sideshow statue. I wanted this Dr. Doom statue I should have bought, and the thing about Sideshow is they will fucking skyrocket in price. Bowen statues, these kind of stay hovering around the 200 to maybe 450 range. I think the most expensive one I have down here is the Chrome Silver Surfer variant statue. That one I think cost me like $700, and I bought that because Silver Surfer was my grandma's favorite character. And she was the one who got me started on comics in the first place. It was one statue that I always wanted. But for the most part, Bowen statues remain pretty dormant at like $250 to $400. Some of the busts go up, they usually start at like $50-$60, and they've kind of escalated to the $250 range as well. But Sideshow statues, I've seen these motherfuckers start at $350, and now the Dr. Doom statue, you can't even find it for under $2,000. So if you got the room, I would suggest going with Sideshow, and always do your collecting on eBay or the parent site itself. BowenDesigns.com. You can have you can join the Collectors Club. I don't think it's at any cost to you, and you'll get you know, like fan letters and shit in the mail, and you'll find out what kind of new exclusive statues are coming out. But any of the older statues that you might want to collect, I think eBay is probably your best bet. And like I said, you're looking at anywhere between $200 and $400. As it were, we can't film these statues because of the glare from the glass case that Roger, you know, consistently hates me for. But you can find pictures of each of them on our Facebook, so check that out, facebook.com/Pete's Basement, and there's a one particular folder that says like statues and shit, whatever. Real quick, Avenging Spider-Man #8 come out this week, and this saw the epilogue conclusion to Ends of the Earth, and it really was just like a Silver Sable team-up story that went nowhere. It wasn't a necessary conclusion. They don't tell you if Silver Sable is dead, they leave it open-ended. They don't tell you if Doc Ock dies or not, they just leave you with he is dying. For an epilogue, it didn't really epilogue anything. It didn't, didn't serve any true purpose. It was an Avenging Spider-Man fucking Marvel team-up story. You could do without it, truthfully. I mean, if you're hard up for collecting the last little bit of it, then by all means get it. If not, the ending to Ends of the Earth, some people found lackluster. I think it ended really well, actually. I'd rather it end, just kind of ends, the story comes to a conclusion, rather than some big fucking Hollywood explosion type of thing, who's dead, who's not. It ended on a more somber note, and I don't think people were really prepared for that. So, we didn't really get this discussion going too much, but now that it's officially done, what did you guys think of Ends of the Earth? Hit us up. I know Letitia is wrong, and that Spider-Man is totally awesome, and there are plenty of other Spidey fans out there. So hit me up, questions at Pete'sBasement.com, Facebook.com/Pete'sBasement, and follow us on Twitter as well. And we want to talk to you guys about some Spider-Man stuff, so let's talk about that. Also, The Dark Tower, The Gunslinger, The Man in Black, issue 1. Have you guys been following The Dark Tower at all? Me and my father were reading this, and, because he was a big Stephen King fan, and the idea of me and my dad reading comic books together was one I never thought I'd see come to fruition. But now Roland teams up with this kid, Jake, who is actually from our world. He's, riding trains and everything else that, Roland does not understand, and he got warped into Roland's world via the Dark Tower. This is a brand new series where they're going after Martin Broadcloak, also known as the Man in Black. So if you are reading The Dark Tower by Peter David, who is translating Stephen King's work into the series, let us know, and let us know if you're enjoying it. Finally, one real quick thing to show off. I got this from comiclink.com. I picked up a copy of Creepy number 15, CGC at 9.6, signed by Frank Frazetta. For you Silver Age nuts and CGC nuts and whatever out there, comiclink.com has a bunch of cool stuff, and it tends to go for a little bit cheaper than like your average eBay auction or something like that. But as the site gets more and more popular, I have seen prices starting to go up, so you should probably get on that now before it becomes as popular as eBay, and then the prices just kind of plateau and everything else. But you can get some pretty cool cheap stuff there. It's a good website, check it out. Let me turn you over to the boys. Next week, the conclusion, my page of the tome, it was supposed to be done this week. A. David Lewis, JK, I am so sorry. I throw myself on the mercy of the court. I am my own worst critic when it comes to my artwork, and it's not finished yet. But I promise you, by blood, it will be ready next week. Rich will be on the program, so I can turn it over to him for the next page. And back to a round table next week. See you guys then.
Alright, so we're doing segments because it's too damn hot outside to do anything involving outside. So, nothing else to... Yeah. So before I get to actual comics, I want to talk about Mad Magazine. If you're a long time watcher, viewer, fan of this show, you'll know that me and Roger used to love Mad Magazine when we were little, and it's not as good as it used to be. It's still funny. I mean, there are funny parts here and there, but a lot of the old timers that started with the magazine and were around when we were kids are either retired or passed on. So there's a new generation of writers and artists doing the magazine, and it's still funny, but it's not nearly as funny as it used to be. But this particular issue, because of Spider-Man on the cover, and there's a bunch of superhero type stuff in here, parodies. What if Batman were Jewish? So if you come across it and you see it, pick it up. It doesn't come out. It used to come out every month. Now it comes out like every quarter, like every couple of months. It is what it is. Alright, so also in that, if you were wondering, there's some shots of the new Spider-Man movie, and the writers are putting their own spin on some of the scenes. That's an old Mad Magazine thing they used to do. And there's also scenes from the Avengers that Spider-Man's supposedly tweeting while he's watching the movie and putting his, jokes there. So, alright, so let's start, we're going to go alphabetical order, a la Ramon. He would normally go alphabetical order with the title and with the company. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go with the title. So let's, A, B, C, D, E, F. Avenging Spider-Man, number 8. So it says Ends of the Earth epilogue. It's not really. The whole epilogue is basically to bring in Doc Ock back to the raft. He's in custody. He's alive, but he's in custody. And Spidey doesn't want to do that. He wants to go look for Silver Sable's body because the presumption is that she's dead. And Cap's like, no, we need you. You know Doc Ock better than anybody else. You gotta come with us. So he goes, okay. So they're going, and while they're going, he's thinking about this time in the past with involving Silver Sable. I like Silver Sable. Always like Silver Sable. I'm glad she's back. And they killed her, but they didn't find her body, so she's probably not dead. Silver Sable, Doctor Strange. I like Doctor Strange. Spidey, of course. Doctor Doom. I like Doctor Doom. So it was a good issue. Standalone thing. I like it. I like it. I'm not going to spoil what the issue was about, but so go pick it up and read it. I would guarantee you like it. If you don't like it, then email us and say, Steve, you're an idiot. It was dumb. So, but I liked it. I liked it. Stop it. I liked it. All right. I tell you what it was about. Basically, Doom is about to marry this princess from this, made-up country. And the reason why he wants to marry her is because she has the potential to either become or give birth to the next Sorcerer Supreme. And Doom wants to harness that power. So, but of course they don't want Doom that to happen, so they're keeping the princess in hiding, and they're gonna have SpiderMan get married to her to prevent that from happening, and that doesn't work out. Blah, blah, blah. But it was a good story. I liked it. Okay, there. You made me say it. You made me explain the whole thing. Pick it up. I would guarantee you like it. Artwork's not that great, but the story was good. Oh, who wrote it? Dan Slott, Ty Templeton. Ty Templeton. I like saying that. Ty Templeton. What's your name? What's your name? Ty Templeton. That's a cool name. All right. The heat is getting to me. All right. Batwoman number 10. B comes after A, so we got the Batwoman. This 11 should end the story, and then 12 should probably start something else. So I like it. The artwork is good. The story is good. I like Batwoman, this character, since the beginning, since when they had her come in with Detective Comics a few years ago. It's good. It follows a couple of different characters at the same time, and to make it less confusing, they put like Batwoman's story, Kate's story, the Commissioner Gordon story, stuff like that, so that it's almost like chapters. It makes it a little more easier. Makes it more easy to follow. I don't like the heat. It's no good. It's no good. The heat don't make me feel good. All right. Next, ABC. True. True's been good. There's nothing really else to say. It's been good since issue 1. It's now issue 27. Still good. Every issue has been good. Never really been an issue where I went, it's, some issues are better than others. That it just comes with the territory. But it was good. Tony Chu is in a coma at this point. No, he's not in a coma, but he's in the hospital. He's hooked up to machines. So this issue is predominantly about. You didn't think I was going to use a big word like predominantly, did you? His sister Antoinette Chu, and they call her Tony too. So it's Tony Chu and Tony Chu. Chu. But she has similar powers. She has similar powers like her brother, which first I think was revealed in issue number 19. You didn't think I was going to be that prepared, did you? I think they even referenced issue 19, so I looked it up. How you like that? And then there was even a little, usually with comics, they have the main story, then they have like a little side thing. I don't usually care for those side things, but this side thing is called A View to a Pill, instead of A View to a Kill. It was like a 3-page thing. It was funny. 4-page thing. 5-page thing. But it was funny. And it even has a script for A View to a Pill. Pick it up! Second helping edition. Pick it up. I don't know why Pete's not reading the true graphic novels that I gave him. I think at this point it's just gotta be purely spite. So, but you know, the good thing is I have these. I have this show now to voice my gripes, and if I. Oh, speaking of Pete, it's my show, fucker, and don't forget it. Wow, how do you know? Okay, so A, B, C, D. It just worked out that way. I didn't plan that. So Daredevil, he finds himself in Latveria. So Dr. Doom, you know, Dr. Doom is becoming one of those characters where he's stretched out everywhere. He was in the Avenging SpiderMan story. He's been in Winter Soldier, which we'll talk about in a minute, even though he wasn't involved in this next issue coming up. And he's now in Daredevil. Well, he's not involved in Daredevil, but you know his crew, his army is. So basically, what happened is they captured Daredevil. They poisoned him so that all his senses are taken away. He was already blind, but now they're gonna take away everything else. That makes him Daredevil. He's about to get away, jump on a train, but just when he's about to jump on a train and lose the rest of his senses, they grab him. Whoop. So the last page is the army capturing him, and the next issue says is senseless. So not senseless like stunad, senseless like no senses. No senses. He has no senses. Not senses like the senses like where do you live, your age, and all that stuff. Senses. Senseless. I know like it the heat. It's no good. Okay. Then finally, we're going from D all the way to W. W. Winter Soldier. I liked Winter Soldier too. I liked everything I read this week. I liked everything I read. I did. I liked it. I just drew something I liked. It was fast-paced, good action, good story. Story made sense. It wasn't a lot of garbled crap, but it's been good. Winter Soldier's been good. It's not like it's been crap and it's now finally good. It's been good since the beginning. The big monkey thing will let go, but I like it. Black Widow's in this too. Who would have thought? So, she's another character that got popular, I guess, because of the movie. Actually, even before the movie, she was getting more and more popular. But you know, I liked it. I liked it. Sue me. I liked it. And the other thing is, what happens now is that looks like she got captured, and the next issue says the Widow's sting. So it looks like they're gonna brainwash her to attack Bucky. So should be good. The only other thing I wanted to mention was, yeah, the Extreme X-Men is coming out because I guess there's not enough X-Men titles out. They did the Extreme X-Men 15 years ago, closer to 20 years ago. And I got it then too, but so I guess they're gonna take another crack at it. This seems to have White Queen, Wolverine, and Nightcrawler in it. The Extreme X-Men that I'm thinking of, I think had like Storm and Cyclops, and you know, normal X-Men characters. I don't remember. Maybe Bishop was in it. So, but I think it's coming out. Yeah, it's coming out next month, July. Greg Pak's doing it. So I like Nightcrawler. I like Wolverine. I like White Queen. So we'll see what it is. We'll see what it's about. That's about it. So we had Pete in front of me, Ramon's behind me. Well, leave it alone. So where's Ramon? Ramon's next. Where's Ramon? Ramon! I'm done. Bye-bye. See you next time.
Alright, it's another week. We have segments though. Why? Because I have Batman 2 and I don't want to go to the basement. It's epic. It's wonderful. I recommend it to everybody. just get it. Play it, get lost in it. It is rather lengthy though. Anyways, moving on to comic books. This week we have Dark Horse Comics, Baltimore, Dr. Lescovar's Remedy, 1 of 2. If you haven't read Baltimore stuff, it's really good, interesting stuff. He is Lord Baltimore. He had to run into a vampire that turned out to be very horrible. The vampire was scarred, so in a fit of rage, he went and killed his whole family. And the rest is revenge, as we know it and love it. Moving along. Get the books, damn it. Just moving along. Next we have Batwoman, and this is one of the many books this week that really irked me. It's the same continuing story, and also I know she's a lesbian, but there's a really strong emphasis on the fact that she's a lesbian. I don't give a rat's ass. Stop it. Move along from her. She is more than just a damn lesbian. Other than that, it's okay. Really, it's okay. It's not on the cutting block, but it's just okay. Oh, we have before Watchmen, the comedian number 1 of 6. Wow, 6 of them. And I like this stuff. This is a really, really good shit. I mean, I'm showing you the Jim Lee cover because it's better than the rest, but the art's good, the story's good, and so far, I mean, the before Watchmen are batting 100. It's just awesome. Birds of Prey 10. It's weird, but it's good. It's weirdly good. Poison Ivy died, but now they're taking it to the Amazon, and there's some weirdness there, and it's after Night of the Owls, and it's just moving along, moving along. Can't complain. Okay, Catwoman number 10. Love it. Usually love it. But I find it funny that Catwoman's getting caught up with this idiot who's a fellow criminal, and the superpower wanted that. And you know, obviously he's gonna betray her and do her dirty. Always the one. And it's cheesy. I mean, again, this is DC new universe, so things are different. But Catwoman being a sucker for some guy in the street, she used to be, if she's a criminal, she should be more streetwise than this, and this is just out of character, if you ask me. Let's see. Supergirl, number 10. Okay, I thought this book was going to be crap. I just picked it up to see how long it'd be before it gets canceled. It hasn't been canceled yet because it's damn good. The new Banshee is really damn interesting. Can't wait to see more. And so far this Supergirl is not annoying the shit out of me. And no complaints. Really no complaints. Wonder Woman number 10. Ooh, this is just nice. First of all, the cover's fucking gorgeous. Awesome cover. And then the story is good. It really wrapped up really well, even though there's still the whole issues with Hera, you know, like sooner or later she's gonna go after Wonder Woman. So, but it was just nice, nicely done. Really, really, really well done. Memorial, number 6. I almost forget about this book until I see it in the list. And I'm hoping now I won't forget about it as much. They revealed who's who and who's what and why. It's a big origin issue, if you will. M is really memory. Her sister is reality, and there's another one for what maybe or the future or could be. And Schrodinger's cat. Get it? Anyways, really good issue, really pivotal one. If you want to jump on it, you can at 6. I would say wait for the trade and then jump onto the series. But you know, flip through number 6. If it doesn't freak you out, jump on it and go on. Okay, next we have one of my favorites and one of our fans, Brent Carford's favorites. Saga number 4 came out, and Saga's from Brian K. Vaughan, BKV, who is he's good at doing weird and different stuff, alternative, not like weird piercing through the lip type alternative. It's just different, out of the box. And Saga is just good shit, really good shit. I recommended this, I believe, to Radimus, and he loved it. I'm glad Brent likes it. If you're not reading this, you're missing out. It's just so interesting, and it's such a crazy universe he created. There's magic, there's science, there's ghosts. and there's crazy ass bounty hunters, and you know, there's plenty of nudity and cursing and violence, and there's these two alien races at war with each other, and they're spread out through the whole galaxy because they don't want to fight in their own planets. God forbid you inconvenience them. Moving along. Avenging SpiderMan. This picks up where SpiderMan left off. And it's a nice little flashback to Silver Sable, who she is, who she was, what she meant to Spider-Man, yada yada yada. Bring in Doom. Why Doom? I don't know, because he's Doom. He's badass Doom. You gotta have Doom. Remember that. Good book. It was cute. Moving along. Daredevil number 14. Guess who's on the cover? Doom. Why? Look at the last review I just said. You gotta have Doom. And it sucks to be Daredevil again. Like, the new relaunch of Daredevil was happy and peppy, and now he's, you know, stuck in Latveria, getting screwed and losing his senses. Kind of like bloodbending from like Korra, because they put some nanites in his blood and it just totally affected his powers. But I'm geeking out right now, so let's just forget about Korra for a second. Doom. Doom's around. Good book. Surprise of the week. The Punisher. Awesome read. He smacks the shit out of the Marine, a female Marine, his Marine, and he makes her choose, you know, either you down or you're not. You know, you forget about your family, start bitching about it, or, you know, what's up? She chooses the right side, for now. We have Uncanny X-Men number 14. Now, I wasn't going to review nothing Avengers or X-Men because I'm sick and tired of this Phoenix crap. Everywhere I go, there's a Phoenix and that stupid blue banner, A versus X. The white give a rat's ass already concluded. But this irks me because it's a issue 14. We still have Sinister. Really? He was in issue 1. 14 issues. He's still lingering. You know, for a team calling itself the Extinction Squad, you really fail at extinct. You know. Wolverine number 308. This is another thing that just doesn't want to stop. Dr. Rot is still around. Dr. Rot is what's around Wolverine's mind. Dr. Rot removed some of Wolverine's brains through his nose, so now Wolverine has like memory lapse. He doesn't know who he is. His girlfriend who went to rescue him and, you know, was right in front of his face, and he tells her, I don't know what to tell you. I don't remember you. Really? Really? Damn. I don't like this Wolverine. I like the idea that Wolverine had all his memories. I like the idea that Wolverine was the sum of his parts, which is 100 years, several generations worth of lives that he lived, adventures and shit. And now they're bringing him right back to that whole patchy Wolverine with, I don't remember this and I don't remember that, and the Weapon X project that dissed in my head, and bite me. And that's it. That's what I'm leaving it on. Wolverine. Jesus Christ. That's it. See you next week. No. Okay, good. Started. Better. Turn the light. Yeah, leave it on.
Turn on?
Leave it on. More light is always better. That's what Roger always says. As long as it ain't like some weird orange color, it's better. Yes, it is. So, okay, color board done. Let's get going.
Hearing from you guys, and Brent Crawford hit us up, 37 years old, just getting into comics, and wanted to know what was behind us over here. I'm gonna do that whole thing again.
I liked it. Stop it. I liked it.